Hey y'all, this is Khimani from Orgasmic Media, and I'm here with Bree, Women's Room LA very own.
Hey.
How you doing? You look lovely.
Thank you.
I love the eyes and everything. You look great.
Thank you.
Bringing some glow over us. We've been gone for a minute due to some circumstances. R.I.P. my nigga Nip. A real one. But we here with Bree today. Talk about several things. She's the CEO of Women's Room LA. She's also a real estate agent. She does a lot, but she's a baddie in a sense. She just recently had her event in March. If you've seen our Instagram, we were there. So, Bree, why do you think events like Women's Room LA are like necessary for us women, or in general?
I think that events like the ones that I put on are necessary because it just like provides a platform for women to kind of like connect and like vibe, and like it's not too many like resources for women to like business women to connect. So I think it's important that, you know, it's just like that community of like motivation to kind of just keep you going.
Yeah, definitely. Your motto is uniting our women's entrepreneurs. Why do you think that there's a wave of women getting into entrepreneurship, you know, trying to establish businesses, trying to, you know, break down barriers?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like the history of women, like how back in the day women used to like not be able to work and things like that. I feel like we just in a time now where more women feel like they need to be in control. So it's more of like, you know, with that comes along with not working for somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you feel about like gender roles and like gender equality?
I feel like there should be more gender equality. Right now it's a lot better than what it used to be, but it's still kind of like a male dominant world that we live in. So yeah, I think that, you know, more change needs to happen with that.
I feel it. And you also just put on an event for Nipsey's passing, for people to come out and, you know, say how they feel, basically come together as one. How was that?
Oh man, it was amazing. Like, we had such a great time. We pretty much just was like talking about positive ways to just move forward with like trying to continue his legacy, and a lot of people were just sharing like the struggles that we deal with and how to like become more like financially independent and things like that. So it was really nice.
That's dope. That's what's up. I love it. So I touched on the fact that you are CEO of Women's Room LA. You also do real estate. How do you balance out the two between, you know, curating events, making events on the fly? You just did this one for Nipsey randomly. How do you curate events also while working for real estate as well? How do you balance the two?
Well, I kind of like create projects, and then I kind of like zone out with them. So if I have an event that I'm getting prepared to work on, I just kind of like shift my focus to that, and not necessarily like put real estate on the back burner, but I'll have other people, you know, helping me in areas where I can kind of step away and put my focus towards whatever like my, you know,
how do you use, you know, I'm sure you learn from your events as well. How do you use things that you learn, or, you know, network with other people? How do you use that and establish it in the real estate world?
Well, putting on networking events really helps me because I'm kind of a shy person, so it's kind of been like forcing me to step out of my comfort zone. I know. And that helps me also with real estate because it makes it easier for me to just like spark conversation and talk to people.
Definitely. Do you pick up customers like, you know, while you're doing events, like, hey, you know, you should
I don't, but my mom has actually been on my head like, you doing these events, you need to be talking about real estate, but I just focus on one thing and I completely forget about the other. So I'm trying to get better on that.
You should, because I feel like, you know, a lot of us are trying to, you know, transition from apartments or from our parents' house, trying to figure out what's the best options. And I definitely want to learn how to, you know, I want to be a first time owner. So like you definitely should put
I am
something
working
together.
On that. It's just about like being more organized. I'm trying to get myself more organized with like, it's like so much to put the events together, and then trying to have like my own like booth maybe with that stuff is just kind of like, I'm trying to get better at that.
Yeah, definitely. You're like I'm sorry. You're like a one-woman show, so you don't necessarily have a team, right?
No, not at all. It's just me. I mean, I get help on my events, but if I don't reach out to someone, then pretty much I'm just like doing it myself.
Oh, yeah. We need to get her some help. Like, where the ladies at? Where the dudes at? We need to get her some help because she has dope events. But you know, you need a balance. You can't. You gonna run yourself to the ground. Like,
I know.
You gotta balance and have a team. Teamwork makes the dream work for sure. How do you pick the speakers for your events? Because I know you have separate themes for each one. So how do you, decide who's gonna speak at that event?
Pretty much, like, depending on what the theme of the event is, that will kind of like direct me into like, okay, who I'm gonna reach out to. Like, let's say if there's an event based on like mental health, then maybe if there's someone that focuses in that area, I kind of just look for people who align with whatever the theme of, because we do like different themes for each event. So, and I just find women that
Yeah, definitely. Is it always only women speakers, or do you have guys sometimes? Or
I really do women speakers, but I've actually been like thinking about opening up to just having more men involved, just because I feel like men also play a big role in like like women's confidence and stuff like that. So I feel like the men do need to be more involved with these events, and it doesn't take away from highlighting women. So I am working on having more men.
Definitely, we need some men, balance it out, some eye candy in the room,
for sure.
We also need to hear their side of the story as well, like
like sometimes I'd be so interested to just hear like men's thoughts about like how they feel about feminism and like women empowerment, because it's not only like women, it's like they contribute to that, or they can be a big part of like us like having lack of self-esteem and things like that. So yeah, it's I need to like get some more guys involved and like see what they have to say.
See what they have to say, or even like just have us pick their minds. Like, so how do you feel?
Yes, exactly.
And because it's that'll definitely be an interesting one if you have like the battle of the sexes.
Yeah. Oh, you just gave me an idea right there.
Girl, I'm serious. That'd be nice. Not like argumentative battle of the sexes, but like a great debate,
conversation,
back and forth. Like
don't be surprised if the next event you see that up there or hear that. I'll reach out to you, let you know.
Like, that was my idea. That was me right there.
Yeah.
Definitely. I definitely feel like the men play a part in women as well. Like, it's a natural balance between the two worlds, especially like we're women trying to get into fields that are really dominated by men.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Hearing their perspective is great.
And then, even though it's not necessarily the right way to do it, but a lot of women kind of look to men to like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely. But you gotta have self-confidence as well. Like, guys are great, but sometimes you gotta know, like, you're baddie, real ass bitch. No, I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just kidding. So back to our topic, Nipsey. I just want to ask you, what's your favorite Nipsey song, and why does that song motivate you?
My favorite Nipsey song is definitely this song called Bigger Than Life. It's not really a standalone song. It's like a part 2 of one of his songs, but it does have a title, Song the Marathon. And pretty much like the whole song is just like word for word, just straight like motivation, and like it's just like I connect with it really well. So that's definitely has to be my favorite song. Yes.
And speaking of a man who definitely gave confidence to his woman, he definitely snap, earrings falling off. All right.
Keep it going.
Right. He definitely thank you. Rocking, this is a new look, one earring. Starting it 2019 all summer. He definitely like helped her gain confidence, balance her out as well. So I feel it. I love it, and he definitely was a motivation. Sad that we have to put him to rest, but his soul and his energy will forever live on through us, and the marathon will definitely forever continue.
Always continue.
Always. Oh Lord, no, I'm kidding. But we have our cute question bowl just to lighten up the mood. Take a question.
Okay.
Any question?
Let's see. Now I'm nervous. Like, I want to pick a
good
one.
Thinking. Like, you don't want to pick that one.
Ooh, okay. Let me pick this over here. This hit me. I couldn't have picked the worst one. Okay, what is the name of your sex playlist?
Oh, wow.
I don't even know how to answer this.
I forgot we put that in there.
Actually, this is easy because I don't have a sex playlist.
Oh, really?
Like, at all. I really don't.
I feel that.
I don't. I really don't. Maybe I should pick another one because I don't have
Oh,
a sex playlist.
we have time.
Let's see. Okay, who is the person that you reach out to when you are feeling unmotivated or uninspired?
So basically, who's the person that you reach out to for motivation? Like when you're not feeling it. Like I'm not feeling it today.
I do two things when I'm like feeling unmotivated. One, I reach out to my boyfriend. Of course, he gives me like a lot of words of encouragement. Or I go on YouTube and I search up like motivational videos from like Will Smith, Gary Vee, and that always gets me like right back. Nipsey, that always gets me right back where I need to be. So
I feel it. Okay, Bree. So this is Bree, CEO of Women's Room LA. If you missed the last one in March, she's gonna do another one, but give her some time.
Yeah.
She has to come up with greatness. So give her some time. Yes, content speakers. Give her some time. But be sure to look out for her. She's doing great things. And if you are looking to buy a house, boom, I just plugged you with a real estate. Bam, I need to be invited to the housewarming. Okay. All right, y'all. This is Tyler Khimani. This is Bree, and we are signing out.